Hello everybody and welcome to the RDL show. A little bit later than scheduled due to a child escaping in the studio last week and the recapture plus cleanup taking several days. But here we are and we have another exciting week of Draft League action to go over. This week, unfortunately, we have to start with some potentially disturbing news. Following the death of his Articuno at the hands of his own Landorus, the league has decided to conduct an investigation into Coach Tommy and the Denver Darkrais for potential mistreatment of their players. Due to the ongoing investigation, this week's match between the Darkrais and the New York Latios was conducted behind closed doors to prevent any further public exposure to this gruesome practice. We shall, of course, bring you any further news on the situation as we get it. Now, over to Ronin with this week's results. New York Latios 2, Denver Darkrais 1. Sky Strikers 2, Down Under Drop Bears 0. Orlando Oshawotts 2, Newcastle Niederkings 0. Welsh Woobats 2, Durham Dragalges 0. Los Angeles Latias 2, Blazing Breloops 0. Santa Connor Squad 2, Gothenburg Gothitels 0. Indianapolis Mudbraves vs Golden Gate Goldengos, match postponed. A quick look at the league table shows very little change. The biggest movers being the Oshawotts rising from 5th to 3rd, your Welsh Woobats leaping from 8th to 6th, and the New York Latios lifting themselves off the front of the table all the way up to 11th place. Week 3 was a little bit light on the standout highlights compared to weeks 1 and 2, with coaches preferring consistency over tech in what were some really crucial matches. There was, however, one real low light, with Coach Jamion and the Newcastle Niederkings not nicknaming their players this week, depriving me of title and thumbnail content. For shame. The first highlight of the week is brought to us by Ted and the Sky Strikers, who, after Jamion's failure, provided us with our clickbait, rolling out Cinderace for his RDL debut. In Game 1, the Firebunny proved not to be weighed down by the nickname, and even lived up to it, getting 2 very clutch KOs to seal Game 1. Then, in Game 2, he proved he can also be a team player, chipping in with another KO and helping the Sky Strikers to a 2-0 victory over the extremely dangerous Drop Bears. For Highlight 2, we make the really long trip from Down Under to the City of Angels, where, unfortunately, I have to acknowledge Pinchurchin keeping its kill streak alive, but thankfully I'm not forced to make that the highlight. The highlight was an intense battle between Raid Boss Cresselia and an Iron Jugulars with the blessing of Arceus. I think we can squeeze another one in. So we have Jamion making up for denying us a cool title by bringing us Firespin, Perish Song Altaria. Unfortunately, Big Boss Otter once again used all the Sneasler hacks at his disposal to keep the hard-working league employees in check, getting a crucial sleep on Jamie's Chi-Yu to ensure the victory. This week's Game of the Week goes to... drum roll, please. Santa Connor Squad versus Gothenburg Gothitels. Specifically, Game 2, which was an absolute nail-biter, with Space dragging his squad over the line in an incredibly close battle, securing a 2-0 victory. It was a pretty quiet week on the transfer front, except for one manager deciding to rip up his entire team. Tommy and the Denver Darkrai traded Pelipper and Overquill for Screamtail and Goodra, but then also completely lost his mind and traded the GOAT, the King of Fighters, Lucario, for Weavile. I think the pressure might be getting to him. Well, that wraps it up for this week's show. No one to watch this week since I'm playing catch up and the week 4 matches have already been played. As always, congratulations to all the managers on another exciting week of draft action. It's still all to play for. Even the 0-3 teams still have a shot at making the playoffs. Subscribe to keep up with all the league's news and my matches. Drop a like and comment to try and get this league in front of a few more eyes. Discord link in the description below if you want to come join us. Week 4 review will be out in a few days. I'll see you then.